Rob from Bushkill Farms here. Just picking up one of my Bushkill Swarm Traps that's caught a nice swarm, and just thought I'd take a short video and let people know that you can basically catch swarms anywhere. I'm in a very residential area, as you can see. A colleague at work gave me permission to put a swarm trap up in his yard in one of his trees. It's about 10 feet up, and this is the second swarm I've caught in 2 years, and there are no known beekeepers in the area, so it just goes to show that you never know where you're going to catch a swarm. We'll get a little closer here and you can see they're happily doing their washboarding, and I'll take some more video when I open it up and we look inside tomorrow at home. Here we are the next day. I got the swarm trap home last night. Just left it in the bee yard. As you can see, they are blistering. I'm going to move them into a nuke here in a few minutes. Give them a little more room and more frames if they need it. Okay, let's get started opening this nuke up and see what we got inside. Looks like they filled the box out quite well. Oh yeah, nice honey mess here. Just set that here for now. I'll clean that up. It's always tough getting the first frame out, the swarm trap, when it's so jammed like that. See what the next frame brings. Okay, now we're getting some nice brood pattern. The third frame I've taken out. I had to put the camera down for a minute and use both hands because this is pretty jam-packed and burr combed up, but we'll get it straightened out here. And finally, this is the fifth frame. I just wanted to show you because as you can see, this frame was a foundationless frame I gave, and if you look close up in the top you can see the red and white on the chloroplast starter strip that I used, and you can see how they did a fairly decent job building the comb. I actually have it attached on the bottom over half of it, which is really good for foundationless, and the sides. I got all the frames moved over. It's a pretty nice swarm. You can see the 5-frame nuke is still pretty exploding with bees, and there's still quite a few inside the swarm trap. I'm going to go ahead and add another super on top of the nuke, and we'll go from there. And here's the vial that I had the swarm lure in. The interesting thing is, you probably can't see in the video, there's still a little bit left in it. But the little hole I poked in the top, they sealed off with propolis, so I guess the lure was too much for them. I didn't like too much of the smell, but it obviously worked because I got myself a nice swarm here. I know sometimes when a swarm trap is overflowing like this with bees, it's with all the brace comb and stuff trying to get apart, sometimes it's hard to find the queen. Fortunately, I found her wandering around in the swarm trap as I was looking through there, so I have her right here. I'm going to go ahead and mark her and put her back in the nuke. I don't know if I can, how well I can demonstrate this with the camera, but I'm going to try. As you can see, I have her so she can't move, and I'll just take my marker, dab the paint on her, and then I'm going to throw her in the roller cage for a few minutes to dry off, and then I'll put her back in the nuke. In the meantime, I'm going to get the second super to put on the nuke, and we'll put it all back together. Lid on, and there we got our swarm trap emptied into a double nuke box, and I'll let them go from here. Here's just the bees that were still left in the swarm trap that I dumped in front of the nuke. You can see them all fanning.